Hi there. RenderForest.com. So, it's been a year? Hey guys, so I know it has been a long time since I last made a video, and I'm just going to give a quick explanation why, because I know you want to skip ahead to the video. So what it was is that I did not have a lot of ideas that I wanted to do for a video, and I didn't want to use extremely trendy trends, and I didn't want to do anything kind of stupid. So I decided to do something that is related to what I love. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, you would know that I do a lot of theater. So I always post picture of me like in shows and stuff. Maybe I'll like put it somewhere on screen. I don't know. And so I thought I would do not something like a series, but where it's kind of like tips and how-tos and stuff like that that are based on like, theater related things, because I always get asked questions on how to do certain things. And I've been doing theater since I believe I was 10, so I have picked up a lot of things from my directors, from other actors and stuff like that. So the thing I'm going to be showing you today is a simple makeup look that if you ever go to a show and it's where they have a lot of costume changes in character, you would notice that their makeup is very simple. It does not change throughout the show because, one, there's like not a lot of time to actually do it in backstage. Believe me, I've had costume changes that were 5 seconds long, so it's a lot of time that you have to like get used to once you're like in the show and stuff. And I will get a lot more into that in more videos, but what I'm going to be showing you, like I said, is a simple makeup look. And the products I use, some of them are expensive, some of them are drugstore products, and obviously for the expensive ones I'm not endorsing you to like buy really expensive products, because I understand like budget and stuff like that. So you can actually buy the theatrical makeup that they have like special stores for and stuff like that, and they're like based makeup products that like last long on stage. And or you can just buy makeup setting spray, stuff like that, you'll see in the video. So I'm gonna get into it, and yeah, hope you guys love it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is moisturize, because we do not want our makeup to be cakey. So I'm using this one, and it's called the Oil Free Moisture for Combination Skin by Neutrogena, and I pretty much use it every day. So on the foundation, I'm using the Matchmaster SPF 15 by MAC in the color 4.0. I'm applying this with a stippling brush at first, so I get this airbrushed effect that I will later blend in with a beauty blender. We want to use a foundation that's a shade or two darker than your natural skin tone, and you want to avoid this from being whitewashed on stage. This is mostly important if you have pale skin like me. So this one I don't feel like is a huge necessity, but I'm using a color corrector, and this one is from Lancome, and it's the Palette Pro Kit 2. Yeah, that happened. So first I'm going in with a pink shade, and you want to do this for your under eyes. This is because it cancels out the dark circles under your eyes when you're going to be on stage. And then I'm going with the green for any blemishes I may have, and this cancels out any redness. Yeah. And then I'm just blending it in all together, and I know it may look a little bit like you still have the color on that's very vibrant, but honestly once you cover it with concealer it just completely goes away. For concealer I'm using Select Cover Up from MAC, and I'm in the shade NW20. So I'm applying this to my under eyes and any blemishes I may have, almost pretty much where we put the color corrector before, and then I'm going to be blending that in with a beauty blender. So this is for if you don't own an eye primer. What I normally do, I use a cream stick concealer, and this one is by Maybelline, and it's in the shade Light Beige. So now I'm dusting on my Too Faced Primed in Poreless Powder, and this is a translucent powder so it will not show up. I know it looks like very light. And then you're going to dust a lot of this on. Like I mean a lot. Like I mean a lot. There we go. So the reason why you want to dust a lot, because if you like do like a lot of moving around, you're going to sweat a lot, so dust this everywhere. So now on the contouring, I'm applying this with a fluffy angled brush, and I'm going to be using my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in the shade Medium Deep Bronzer. And then I'm applying this to the inner side of the hollow part of my cheeks. And then the way to do this right is to start from the top of your ear to the very edge of your mouth. And then you want to start blending, and then you want to do the 3 method, which is where you start at your temples, down your cheekbones, and then onto your jawline. And then for a smaller brush, I'm using this to contour my nose to make it a bit more smaller, and then I'm just blending it in with my Beauty Blender. Now for probably the most dramatic part, I'm going to be using my Sephora blush, and it's in the shade Golden Spice. I don't believe they sell this anymore because I know I got it a very long time ago. And once again, you're going to load it up on your brush because you want a lot of this. This is another part of where you don't want to get whitewashed. You want to have a lot of color and pigmentation to your skin if needed. So I'm just applying this to the apple of my cheeks. So moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette, and I absolutely love it because the smell is amazing. And so for the base, I'm going to be using the Coconut Cream. And now for the lid, I'm going to be using Truffle. And this is just to go over the white, and the white definitely makes it pop more. This goes for like pretty much any kind of makeup. Next, I'm taking a darker color that's in the shade Puddin', and I'm putting it on almost above my crease, but just slightly below the brows, and that's just going to make your eyes look bigger, and then I'm blending it. So now I'm using a shimmery color, and it's in the shade Butter Pecan, and I'm applying it to the inner corners of my eyes to make me look more awake. So now I'm using the Maybelline New York Last Sensational Mascara, and I'm applying this to my top and lower lashes. This is going to be the first coat. I'm going with the second one later. I also accidentally forgot to put eyeliner on first, so I'm doing it in the next clip. Now on the eyeliner, I'm using my Marc Jacobs Black Pencil Eyeliner, and I'm using this with a flat tip brush, and I'm just kind of brushing it onto the tip of it, so it makes it easier for me to create the nice fine line. And sorry most of it was off camera because I was trying to focus. Now I'm applying my Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, and I'm applying it to my top and lower lashes. This is going to give my lashes more of a thick and voluminous look. For brows, I'm using my Maybelline New York Brow Gel Sculpting My Brow Mascara. And obviously if you have more defined brows, you can use a pencil, but just make them stand out more so people can see it from far away. Now for lipstick, I'm going to be using 4 different colors. The first one is the Makeup Forever in the color Rouge. The number is N9. This is more of a natural shade, but it definitely does make your lips look more defined and more visibly seen. The next color I'm using is the OPI Lip Liner in the shade Charmed by a Snake, and the number is LC725. This is more of a natural shade, so it still brings out your lips. Onto the third color, I'm going to be using my Maybelline New York Super Stay 14-Hour Lipstick in the shade Continuous Cranberry. This color I don't see used quite as often, but I do think it definitely does stand out. This is more like 50-60 kind of show and very jazzy. For the last color, I'm using my CoverGirl Outlast, which is a lip stain, so this is much needed, and it's in the shade 415. Now to finish it off, I'm using my Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray, and this is the oil control one, so trust me, this is much needed. I use this pretty much for every show. If for the sake of the video, I'm not spraying it because, I mean, come on, I'm taking it off right after, so... So this is the finished look. I absolutely love it. You don't have to use all the products I use, just some that have like the similar tones, and I think this is definitely not a time consuming. It definitely does not take a whole bunch of time, and it does give you time to, you know, get in hair and makeup and stuff like that. And here's me just like trying out different motions, you know, acting out. And here are some makeup tips. I've heard people ask questions before on certain things about makeup, like what you do and like everything like that, so I have an entire list of like advice and stuff I'm gonna give you, so yeah, going down the list. So the first one, I cannot stress this enough, it's extremely important. So when you have other castmates, never share your makeup. I've seen people have pink eye from sharing other people's makeup. Like the tools and it's a mess because then it's on the show nights and then you're infected. So if a makeup stylist is doing your makeup, you have to be very respectful and stay still. And if you're talking to someone, you're gonna have to like stop, stay still, and like if they want you to move your face anyway, do that so they can get it done nice and clean. I learned this from my last show because I had very dramatic makeup. When you bring water with you, and you always should be hydrated, even like backstage, bring a straw because lipstick, you know, pretty much self-explanatory. This has actually happened to me a few times. So when you're getting ready and you do your makeup, make sure you are keeping track of time because you can easily lose track of it and end up being halfway through your makeup and then you have to be on stage like in 5 minutes and you're not in costume, you're not in hair, and then you have to like, don't rush and make it look worse, but deal with what you have because if you're continuing doing it, then you're gonna waste people's time and you're gonna cause problems with your own time management. It's just, yeah. If you're not sure or you decide to change your makeup, always check with your makeup stylist to make sure it's appropriate for the show and for your character. So let's just say a makeup stylist is busy and other castmates have already finished or they are just kind of like, you know,
Sure.
Don't ever feel afraid to ask them to help you with their makeup if you know they're like capable of doing like whatever you need help with. Very important, especially if you're in a musical and you're dancing a lot, you're definitely going to sweat under the hot lights and just like the entire movement of your body the entire time. That you want to make sure you're wearing long-lasting makeup, sweat-proof, waterproof, all that stuff, or you can just buy one product like a spray or something like that to kind of seal it on it. So again, I also learned this from my last show. So I got sick on the second show out of 10, and I was sick for the rest of the shows, but you know, show must go on. So I had an extremely runny nose. Like, I don't know why, like, I'm abnormal. Like, I notice how I have so much more of a runny nose than other people. I don't know. So I always learned that 1, keep tissues backstage, and 2, don't blow your nose. I know people say always blow your nose, and don't try to like sniffle it back in because people can hear you from outside the stage, but if you can, dab your nose, or like, you know when you have a nosebleed, you twist the tissue, go, yeah, try to do something like that because you don't want to ruin your makeup, obviously. Less is more, more is less. In this case, more is more, because from the distance of you and the audience, you want to make sure your makeup is dramatic, not like 5-year-old dramatic, not knowing what they're doing kind of makeup, but like makeup where it's like it's visibly seen what you're portrayed as and what you look at. Again, for my last show, if you have problems. So if the makeup isn't yours, do not mix other colors with it and do not break it and put it back and pretend nothing happened because it can easily be, you know, discovered, and yeah, don't do that. The order of which you get dressed is your costume first, your makeup, and then your hair, because, you know, makeup, costume, it gets smudged. And the very last one, so the makeup look I did was a bit more, not explicit, but it was something, you know, obviously with more products, but I've gotten like lists of like directions and stuff like that where you only really need foundation, mascara, and eyeliner. And mascara and eyeliner are very important. This is even for guys. I know guys, whenever like they join a show and they're like,
Wait, we have to wear makeup?
yeah, because like I said, you need to be able to have the audience see like what you're portrayed as, and those are all of the answers. So when I edit this, I really hope the video has not been too long, and I hope to make more theater related videos because I actually enjoyed it. I actually have planned a few more, so stay tuned, but don't stay too tuned. I'm not making any promises of when I'm gonna upload videos, but I hope to make more over the summer. It's not pretty on creepy vibe. And for those of my subscribers who are still watching, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. I just remembered how I used to end my videos. And I look at it, it's kind of cringy, but we're the cringy fam. Okay,
to find money.
Bye. Hey, so I forgot to mention, please like and subscribe and also comment any of the videos you want me to make and any other ideas you have for me. So again, 2-5, bye.
Oh, the common stuck. Oh my gosh, okay, so it just got really dark because it's starting to rain. Pretty sure it's gonna be thunder as well, so... Do you guys hear that? Oh, I'm up in my window by the way, so if lightning strikes, remember me.